Good day, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. Today we are making chicken pot pie. So there is a few ways that you can do this. So this is one recipe. If you want an easier version, instead of making your own top, you could actually get canned biscuits and use your cupcake muffin tin and line them up and then put one on top and the mixture in the middle. That's one way to do them. This is another way to do it. So there's several ways that you can do chicken pot pie. I'm doing it in a 13 by 9. That's what this recipe is for. To do it in the muffin pan, what you do is you would grease the inners, and then you would put you would stretch out the biscuit, line it, right? Fill the center with your mixture, the vegetable chicken mixture, and then you take another biscuit and kind of put it over the top, poke some holes in it. So that's one way. And actually is very old. If you use a bigger muffin tin, it's better. You can fit more ingredients in it. Alright, let's get started. So, go ahead and get you a mixing bowl, and we're gonna do our, I already diced and cooked up the chicken. It's sitting off to the side. I want to go ahead and mix our liquid before I add the chicken in, so let's go ahead and add 1.5 cups of chicken broth. That's just your regular chicken broth. You want to preheat your oven to 350. Just going to eyeball it. There's a half. Alright. And actually, I'm going to teach you a little trick about this. So you know how ramen noodles is kind of bland? So instead of cooking it in water, cook it in some form of broth. It don't matter if you got a beef ramen noodle packet that you want to cook. It don't matter because it's just broth. So cooking your ramen noodles in broth is really good. And then with the ramen noodles, I always add a little bit of this hot sauce and a little bit of like a dash of vinegar to help my ramens taste a lot better. Alright, so we got 1.5 cups of broth. We need 1 can of cream of mushroom, or cream of chicken, sorry. You can use cream of mushroom if you want. Okay, there's that. Alright, so now we're going to add, let's go ahead and mix this first. Put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in there. Let's go ahead and mix this, and then we'll add our vegetables in. If it's a little lumpy, like this, a little lumpy still. That's okay because when it cooks in the oven, it'll cook down. Alright, we're going to go ahead and add 2 cans of mixed vegetables. Go ahead and give that a good mix. It looks a little runny right now, but that's okay. It will thicken up in the oven. Alright, we're going to go ahead and add our chicken. Now, I already cooked it. I diced it up and cooked it. The reason it's yellow is because of the turmeric that I marinated the chicken in. Give that a good stir. A little bit of seasonings to it. I did not cook the chicken all the way on the stovetop. I cooked it maybe 3/4 of a way, just because it'll finish cooking in the oven. All right, let's add some seasonings to it. All right, so we're going to add a little bit of Better Than Bouillon. Put that away. Alright. We're going to add a little bit of coriander. You can add really any flavors you want to it. I add a little bit of coriander. And then I don't know if I have told you guys about, you know how with your seasonings, how they're rigid? The reason they're rigid, the same thing with your salt and pepper shakers, the metal ones. See how it's ridged? There's a reason for that. The reason for it is, so I'm having a hard time getting the coriander out because it's still rather full, so it's hard to get out, right? So if you flip it upside down and see this one's got a ridge on it too, if you go like this, and it comes out. So same thing with your salt and pepper shaker as well, if it's glass. A little bit of ginger. This is just lemon pepper. A little bit of clove, not too much though. And then this is the I don't know if you've ever tried that yet. It's actually pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and give it a good stir. Don't want to add too many seasonings to it because I marinated the chicken overnight. So, it smells so good. Ooh! I always say, if you're not making messes, you ain't doing it right. My supervisor just seen me drop some, so she's over here trying to find some. All right. So that's what it should look like. Go ahead and, since it's already liquidy, you don't need to add, the only time you need to grease up a pan is when you have like something that can stick to it. So anything liquidy, you don't really need to worry about greasing up the pan because it's obviously not going to stick because it's got liquid in it. I tried to pick out as many pieces of corn and peas out of the, I had to sit there and pick them out because my husband doesn't like corn and he doesn't like peas, so I tried my best to try to pick them out. If there's still a couple in there, oh well, he's gonna have to live with it. He doesn't like beans, like as in like chili beans, really green beans, but not chili beans. Such a picky man. I would love to make my homemade chili, but he doesn't like beans. Alright, so let's go ahead and make the top. So go ahead and get you another bowl. We're going to do, since we already have all the seasonings in it, we don't need to add any more seasonings to the top. So this is going to be like the flour top. Now, you could cook it this way and then go up and get the crescent rolls, you know, the Pillsbury Doughboy crescent rolls or off-brand or whatever. You could actually lay it on top, cut a couple of holes, and make a pot pie that way too. So, but we are going to do the old-fashioned way. So, all right. Get another spoon here. All right, so we're going to do a 1/2 cup of butter. I had to have my husband stop on his way home from work last night and get me butter because I used all the butter yesterday making them cookies. So if a recipe calls for 1 stick of butter, it equals to a 1/2 cup of butter. All right. What we're going to do now is we're going to pop this in the microwave just a little bit to kind of melt it down. And then we have 1 cup of flour. Excuse me. Uh-oh. He's away. My husband's away. He had to work late last night, so. So just like that, there's our butter. Excuse me. So there's our butter. 1 cup of flour. 1 cup of milk. We're going to give that a good mix. Put the milk away. Give it a good mix. Yes, it will look really liquidy, it will actually make it a mess. It will, so basically we just made a, like a, not quite a biscuit, but not quite a pancake batter. It's kind of in the center. We just made our own batter. We're just going to pour it on top, and it will cook in the oven. So, just like that. I'm just trying to break it up a little bit. Man, I feel like I got a frog in my throat today. All right. We're going to go ahead and drizzle this over the top. Do not mix it. So you want it to stay on top. Alright, now we're going to pop it in the oven for about an hour, so 350 degrees. Pop it in the oven. Timer, 1 hour. Alright, we'll see you back in about 1 hour. Alright, welcome back everybody. I just want to show you the chicken pot pie. Some of the liquid had gone over on the top, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and serve up some nice and flaky crust. It'll thicken when it cools down, so here we go. Doesn't that look so good? All right, there she is. I hope y'all have a good day. Bye.